set our goals and the intention of the month. I did my budget, reflected on that, and then I do my tutoring invoices to make sure all that's out of the way. And the next thing that I do is I focus on decluttering. So, hi! Is it recording? I really hope so. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is probably one of my favorite videos to film. These are all the things that I do at the end of the month that help me like have a clean slate and a good start for the next month. So first things first, I set my goals. I set my goals and my intentions. So this is not super complicated. What I do is I have a calendar here with the month, and I will use this physical calendar, have it on my fridge, and I'll use it to track my workouts and my vitamins. So that's mostly what I use it for. And I will cross it out the days I've worked out. I have a golden rule where I can't skip more than 2 days in a row of not working out. So definitely like the third day I need to work out. So see, we're the 6th, and I haven't worked out, so I've been horrible. But no, actually I worked out last week here, Thursday, Friday. So I just started this new calendar, so that's number one. Definitely set my goals. So then I usually have them in 3 categories. I will put them in the bottom here. I wrote them down, but yeah. So fitness, and I will only set 1 goal per category, 1 to 2 goals, because I find that I'm a lot more efficient if I just focus on one thing, and if I just focus on that 1 goal for the month. And that way it helps me build that habit, and I move on to a different goal the next month. I have a really hard time, if I have like 3-4 goals, I have a really hard time focusing and knowing what comes first and what takes priority. So I just choose 1 goal and I work on it. So here I'll just read them out to you. So fitness, I did make sure get in a workout 4 times a week and for 20 minutes before work. Lots of times recently I've been getting into a rut where I'll work out after work, and it'll just my schedule will be all confused. So I really like doing that. My new thing is working out before work. So waking up on time, and say I want to have a better morning routine and wake up at 7. I would start work at 8, so having enough time to work out and get my day going is really important, and I haven't been doing a great job. Like I'll end up sleeping late and all that bad cycle. That's my first thing. I have my YouTube, my IG goals, so post 6 videos a month, and here another social media related goal is do not use my phone the first thing in the morning. So once my alarm rings, put the phone down, go wash my face. I really want to keep myself accountable, because I feel like every time I start using my phone, it just puts me in such a bad mindset, and then I end up consuming that much more content throughout the end of the day when I didn't even need to consume that much content. I don't know, it's horrible. I hate doing that, and then I feel very uncentered. I just feel like everyone's just borrowing my time, and I never get that back. I just hate that. So have a morning routine where I don't use my phone. Just when the alarm rings, I put it away, and that's it. And then the first 2 hours of the day, I don't want to use my phone. We'll see how that works. I'll keep you posted. And then for relationships, definitely see my family at least once a week. Go visit them, do something, pay more attention. And then other, I have a category. These are just things that I don't know where to put. I have 2 in other here. So I have sleep at 11 p.m. Well, stop working at 11 so I can sleep at 11:30, or start getting ready to go to bed at 11 p.m. 10 p.m. hits, I just stop what I'm doing and get ready to go to bed, so that by 11:15 I sleep really fast. So I don't have a problem for sleeping, I just have a problem going to bed. Like I get all these bursts of energy at night, and I start doing all these things, and then I don't end up going to bed super early, and that affects my next day. Definitely reading. So how I want to do this is setting time at night. So let's say I'm done at 11, so 15 minutes a night read. ever read a couple pages. It's more of getting into the habit, because I'm a very audio person, so I love to listen, so I'll consume all my content listening, but I still want to read something. It's a lot harder to find the time to sit down to read than to actually read. Like, getting into that habit of sitting down, opening a book, and reading is super important, and I need to work on that. So those are my goals. That's how I divide them. So fitness, social media, relationship, and other. That's how I have them, and then I set my intention for the month, and here the intention is protect your energy. So I need to focus on the things that are happening in my own lane and not get too distracted, and that means taking care of myself, because if I get enough sleep, I'm gonna be that much better the next day. So intention for the month, protect my energy. Next thing is going through my budget. So what I do is I'll go through all my expenses. So I'll go through everything, every single charge on both my credit cards. I only use 2 credit cards, so I'll go through those and I'll write them out, and then it'll categorize them, and then I'll write my income breakdown, and I'll just have a rough idea. I'll have a very clear idea of how much money I spend, my expenses, my mandatory expenses, the money I kind of like, I call it fun money, but just the money I'm allowed to play with, and how much money I saved. And again, I have those in percentages as well to see. And yeah, I find it absolutely super useful and just keeps me very grounded. So I'll share this template with you guys. Use it. This is really the best method for me. Like, this really helps me get things done and just have a more realistic point of view of how much money I spend. Sometimes I think I've spent like way less money, and turns out I have spent way more. And I do this like on a weekly basis or whenever I remember, because I just like to see it where I'm at throughout the month. So yeah. Next thing that I always do at the end of the month is I tutor these students, so I always prepare all the invoices. I always just prepare all the invoices for the students and make sure that's good. That's part of my income breakdown, and that's done. Otherwise, you just get charged late fees and all that, and that's just not worth it. So next thing that I do, okay, so now that we've set our goals and the intention of the month, I did my budget, reflected on the budget, so I saw what things I could have spent less on, where I could have improved, where I did good, where I want to focus on next month. These are just things that I do, kind of take mental notes of what I see that I can improve on. And then I do my tutoring invoices to make sure all that's out of the way. I usually just write down all the hours for each student that I've had, and just making sure this is like submitted by the end of the month, otherwise I get charged a late fee, so that's not cool. And I get that done. And then the next thing that I do is I focus on decluttering. So I will clean my desktop. So I'll just go through all my files, make sure everything looks kind of neat, tidied up, all in the folders. I have a lot of folders. So I just make sure everything looks neat and tidy, because this can get very, very messy very fast, and it's just like very chaotic. So that's another thing. And then I will try to go through my camera roll, and I will declutter just some pictures that are useless. I have so many useless pictures. So actually I was at, if you can see, I was at 7,200 pictures, and right now I'm at 4,800, which is insane. I deleted so many pictures. I feel so good, and literally none of these pictures brought me anything. Like, they were just nonsense, you know, like random things you take to send to your friends and then you never delete them. Yeah, so that's super useful. And then once all of that's done, I will plan out my videos for the next month. So I'll just write them down, have them here, write them down, make sure I know what I'm doing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If I'm feeling extra reflective and introspective, what I do is I'll find questions. So here I found 4 questions for like reflective questions of the month, and I'll I'll write them down. So first one is, what's my happiest memory? Second one is, what is one lesson I learned, and what's my biggest takeaway? And then what stress or concern worked itself out? And then last thing is, what areas of my life did I grow the most? So just this allows me to get more writing and journaling, and just be more introspective and reflect on what I did well, what I didn't, and that really gets the ball rolling, and that gets me thinking. Let's go through all of them. So I make sure I do my goals and my intention. I only have one big intention for the month, super important. I set my budget, I reflect on my budget, I invoice the students, I declutter my pictures on my computer, and on my computer, the desktop itself, and then I plan my videos, and at the end I have the monthly review questions. And that's pretty much it. These are the plan with me. These are probably my favorite videos to make. I love to see how people get organized and what they do and how they do it. It's just super interesting. Things change from month to month, but this really allows me to see, reflect on what I do right and what I can improve on. And with all the content I consume during the month, it just allows me to adjust and adapt. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what's one goal of yours for this month, and what's your intention. I love to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys in my next video. Bye.